Hey YouTube, welcome back to Aaron's Hobby Garage. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new Rovan XLT 450 and putting it side by side to the Losi Mtxl XL. Quick glimpse, they're very similar in size. The bodies are almost identical. We'll go over that and closer here in just a second. The Rovan is definitely wider with those new aluminum arms. And we're going to back this up to the garage door here and compare the length. So just a couple quick differences on the body. The front is very, very similar. The hood, the Losi has these ridges right here where the Rovan does not. And then a couple of small differences on the back. These guys right here, the Rovan doesn't have that. So, but if we were to take the bodies, they're the same exact size. The hole locations are a tiny bit different, but it wouldn't take much to modify it to fit. So if you, for some reason, wanted to paint an MTXL body or whatever the case may be to put on your Rovan or vice versa, it would certainly fit. So I'm going to put these up against the garage door just so we can see the length differences. All right, so bumpers are to the door and they are the same length. A couple differences, the tires, the claws are definitely taller. Not by much, but just a hair, definitely wider as well. But the bumpers are longer on the XLT. So you can see the back tires don't quite line up, but that's because the back bumper of the XLT is hitting first. So get the tape measure out here and measure axle to axle. And the Rovan is coming in at approximately center to center 24.5. The MTXL center to center, it's actually longer. We got 25 and a quarter. There we go. Now we're talking. Some claws on there. Look pretty mean on there. So you could do this, guys. Some axle extenders. It's probably not going to pick up in the light here, but the arms rub ever so slightly on the inside. But nothing that a little extender couldn't fix there. Maybe run stock plastic arms and extender so it's not silly wide. And same thing on the front. You can see I don't have these cinched down, but it's hitting on the steering knuckle. So again, you could either take a little bit of material out of the rim itself, or an extender would fix that problem. So one thing I wanted to make note on the bodies is that the Losi body is significantly thicker, definitely more rigid. So, and one thing that the Losi has that I'm a little concerned with on the XLT, we'll see over time, this support bar for the body is not something they had introduced to the design of this truck. Maybe there's a way to integrate it in there, but so this thing, when it lands on its roof, it's gonna have a lot of flex. We'll see what happens. So anyway, guys, that's a quick side-by-side. If there's anything I missed that you're looking for, specific information, feel free to leave a comment and I will try to measure or compare side by side, and we'll go from there. And I had somebody ask me if the chassis were the same. So I just discovered, as I laid the Losi 5T chassis on the bottom of the XLT 450 chassis, that right out of the box, I have a bent chassis. Check this out. And keep in mind, this truck has not been outside yet. I've not fired it up. The only thing I've done, I changed the air filter on it and I put gas in it because I was just about to head outside. So, has not even been fired up yet. Okay. Look at that. at that. So we're gonna be calling Rovan on that, see what's up. So if you guys are getting one of these, definitely take a look at that. And how I discovered this, sorry I can't zoom out and hold this at the same time. When I went to hold my stock chassis up to it, I noticed that the rear end was not flat. So that's yeah, and the front too. So hey, that's a bit disappointing. I'll keep you guys updated, let you know what I hear. Here it is, the first heat to the engine. In regards to the previous video with the chassis being bent, they say it's supposed to be like that. They've checked a couple others, and so I'm just gonna run it and we'll see what happens. I might just switch this chassis out to a genuine Losi chassis because I don't like it not being straight, but if that's how they designed it, I guess that's how they designed it. So anyway, let's get some primer pulls here. Gosh, I do like the feel of this starter. Oh, look at that. Guys, I'm just doing a heat cycle and driving around a little bit here, just on pavement, my normal bash spot. Maybe I'll get lucky and can play over there soon. But, sounds good. I don't know if the camera picks up how this thing really sounds, but I've always been a fan of silent pipes. This one sounds really good. Doing break-in, but also turns like a tank. I think I'm going to need to tighten the steering or servo saver. I am running this on lipo right now, so it is better than the stock 6 volt, so kind of expect it to turn better than it is. I'll look into that. But anyway, like I said, we're doing break-in today, so I'm not going to bore you with that. And you'll see me on the next one when I'm actually able to open it up and raise some hell.